Hello there, Internet. Mogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we are gonna get brewing. We are finally in Masters rank, ladies and gentlemen, and this means we can start building all sorts of different decks and not worry about dropping back to Diamond 4. It's a fantastic feeling, and it's when I truly get to really enjoy the game. So it's always a special moment for me whenever I reach the rank, because I get to set loose. And I think you guys are going to notice in the upcoming content, I've crafted some really dope decks. Okay, so I may be a little bit biased as I am talking about my own creations, but you're gonna like the next videos. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know, I got some really neat concepts. Maybe I'll tease them for you guys a bit here. You know, we got Spooky Science here, and we got the Sofrinos as well. And these two decks, like, they're not just like me. Like, they have been tearing it up for me. So, excited to share that. But today, we're not going to talk about these two. No, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be talking about a Suppressing Fairy Tale, because we have a deck built around Stony Suppressor with Lulu and Garen. I know that doesn't really make much sense initially. In fact, it seems like just a bunch of random cards put together, but there is a reasoning. So let me try to explain it a little bit here. Stony Suppressor is a 2-drop that was introduced in the Call of the Mountain expansion that says all spells cost 1 more. It is a 2-mana 1/3, so it is a little bit understated for a 2-drop, as the vanilla stat line for a 2-drop is a 2/3 or a 3/2. So it is a little bit weaker than most 2-drops are, but it has a very potent ongoing ability. All spells cost 1 more goes a long way, especially against control decks. If we're facing a sort of Shadow Owls based control, all of a sudden they need 10 mana to Ruination, they need 8 mana to Vengeance. If they want to chain Vile Feast amongst other things, they need to play 3 mana for them instead of 2. Like, this effect in a game like Legends of Runeterra, it goes a long way, a very long way. So I wanted to design a deck that had more units than anything, so that I would not really be as hurt from the symmetrical effect as my opponent would be. And that is why we're only running a total of 5 spells, but it's also because we're running 3 landmarks as well. And of course, you know which landmark we're playing. Like, I don't really need to build up any sort of suspense for that. The Grand Plaza is another very important component of this build. So why Lulu and why Garen in what is like a very unit-packed sort of build, right? Especially like Lulu doesn't seem like she makes much sense with Grand Plaza, because Grand Plaza does buff units. So the buff from Lulu is going to always be a little bit weakened if we have Grand Plaza on the board. It's going to be a bit redundant, is the proper expression for it. But the reality is Lulu with Grand Plaza is phenomenal, because Lulu getting +1/+1 and Challenger is a big deal, because we can use Lulu to challenge their weakest unit so that we have her taking as little damage as possible as we get to buff up our other units and get either our Young Witch, our Stony Suppressor, why not get it with the solid attack stat, or even the likes of Navary Highwayman. Fleet Feather Tracker naturally is a very good example, because it is a challenger, right? And with Lulu we can make it a big challenger. And Shadow Assassin as well, which allows us to draw through our deck and potentially not running out of gas, as well as having an elusive unit that can be buffed up to 4/4 or 5/5 with the help of Lulu as well. We're playing Grizzled Ranger because we have Grand Plaza, and Grizzled Ranger with Grand Plaza is absolutely nutty, especially in a deck where we're playing 3 copies of Relentless Pursuit. We want to make use of our scouts, so we do run this card in the deck. Not much more to say about it. And then we're playing Garen because I really like Garen with Grand Plaza. In a deck like this, the big weakness for us only running 5 spells, 3 Relentless Pursuits and 2 single combats, is that we really honestly lack interaction. We don't really do much with the opponent except for our attacks. So we have a strategy that is trying to make up for lack of dynamic counterplay through spells, and we're trying to shut down whatever it is our opponent is trying to do by challenging their units and attacking with our boards, which means a unit like Garen goes a long way because he's very easy to level up when paired with Grand Plaza, and we are even running a couple of single combats as well, alongside Relentless Pursuit that can allow us to attack him with him again too. And with Challenger, we can get the right trades with him, we can make use of his regeneration, and once we level him up, every time the round starts, regardless of whether it's our turn to attack or not, we will get the attack token, and that really allows us to go off. So Lulu is a way to empower our early curve and make use of our small bodies on the board after we've made use of them with Grand Plaza. Like if they stick around, you know, cards like Stony Suppressor or, you know, any of these like low drop units aren't really gonna have much of a presence on the board, but we can still make them get value through Lulu, right? That's her role here in this deck. And when it comes to Garen, his role is that of a beefy 5-drop that will allow us to attack every single turn eventually. That's the idea behind these two champions. Now it doesn't quite seem as random as it did at the beginning, right? So we also have a full set of Cithria the Bold alongside an extra copy of Cithria in the form of Genevieve Elmhart, which is really good in this deck as well. Cithria is a little bit better with Grand Plaza though, because we do get Challenger onto her when we play her, which kind of like really gives her an edge over Genevieve, which is otherwise, you know, the upper hand that Genevieve has over Cithria is that she has Challenger paired with Scout, which is a very menacing keyword combination right there. But with Grand Plaza, Cithria really does make more sense, especially with Triple Relentless Pursuit. We can just get insane value out of her, and I really like her as a finisher. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the deck list right there. Navari Highwayman is there for extra synergy with Grand Plaza, while also allowing us to fill up the board a little bit. And I really did want to pack up my 2-drops in this deck. I wanted to make sure that I had a good amount of 2-drops because I wanted to make sure I could chain them in the latter portion of the game to rebuild my board and make you good use of Grand Plaza, right? So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the deck list right there. I got some fire games for you guys today. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, man. Like, these games are just really, really neat. They're really funny. Some of them are kind of ridiculous, but this deck went at it and scrapped with the best of the best in the meta, and I'm really happy of the results, and I'm just really happy with today's video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it as much as I enjoyed myself playing the games, and that's where I'll end things at. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for regular Legends of Runeterra content. Leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell thing. You know, I've only been starting to mention the bell recently because I didn't even know it was that important. But yeah, hopefully you guys keep enjoying the videos, and that's basically it. That was the whole day. Enjoy the games. I'll see you guys around. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, Heimerdinger Zed. Interesting. Heimerdinger is exactly the kind of, you know, matchup in which I would have Stony Suppressor going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan away this, and I think I do want to keep. No, I'm gonna mulligan away like this because I do want to find the Grand Plaza. Or Lulu and Relentless Pursuit, that's also pretty neat. Did I forget to attack? I just forgot to attack, didn't I? Now I make it so that if he has Thermogenic Beam, he actually cannot kill the Stony Suppressor. Wait, what? Wait. Hello? I would like to take a picture of this, but unfortunately I can't do this without. I can't Gyazo. What the hell?
That tasted purple.
What the hell was that? How could he kill my? All spells cost 1 more. To play, spend all your mana, deal that much to a unit. I guess it still works. That's so dumb and unintuitive. That's crazy. We're taking the 6 damage. No doubt about it.
Without a sound.
We can all hear you, Zed. Silly Guzzlebloom.
Could have a riposte, amongst other things, if he doesn't attack immediately.
I am the shadow. My skill is unrivaled. I taste purple. Yay.
The dark beckons.
As we find the Grand Plaza, we will be combining this with our Navari Highwayman. Really upset at how Thermogenic Beam works on this. This is ridiculous. Like, to play, spend all your mana, deal that much to a unit. This just still costs 1 more mana, so he should not be able to kill my Stony Suppressor. It was showing that it was 4 mana too when he played it. It showed that it was 4 mana. Like, I don't know. That's just a very, very weird interaction, honestly.
We don't want any trouble.
Oh, you're in for it. We've been through a lot.
That's super silly. Like, it was so, like, I played that playing around Thermogenic Beam for a reason, right?
Still have some fights left.
It's so dumb. Like, actually really dumb. Yeah, we have to do some blocking here.
Times are tough.
You cannot escape.
I'm gonna block like this.
Shadow. Soldiers, to me!
I'm gonna place the 3 up.
What seems to be the problem?
Yes, yes, again! The order rewards its faithful.
Looks like I'm ready.
Bye-bye.
My shield is yours. It cannot hide.
Don't look twice. Into darkness.
I'm gonna go for the Relentless Pursuit before he can potentially deny it.
Honor guide me.
And I'm gonna hit him for that much.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
All right, let's mess some folks up.
I am the blade in the darkness.
I'm gonna bluff a riposte. I don't think he wants to attack.
Seize control.
Thank you for not being an idiot.
Don't think I won't unmake you because I will.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Jenny?
And now we go Genevieve. We still have single combat as well, which is really neat. Let's see what he does. If he goes for something like a thermogenic beam, I'll just go for a single combat. Ah! Come at me, bro. Come at me.
Host them.
Here we go.
Nice. Demacia tune is so catchy, man. All right, this is where Stony Suppressor can really put in the work, man. Okay, there you are. Good stuff. I'm gonna take out the Shadow Assassin for now. I'm gonna keep everything else. Just because we do have Lulu. But Stony Suppressor can really... Oh, double. Alright. Let's start suppressing. We will not trade into this Avarosa Sentry and leave ourselves open to a Vile Feast. No, sir.
Avarosa's name.
Okay.
Slow down, will you?
I'm gonna play the Grizzled Ranger. Even though Lulu could be pretty good here, I don't have my own single combat enabled.
Ready the torches.
Getting rid of that Avarosa Sentry's Knight. 4 mana, Vile Feast. Oh my god, alright.
Here in your time of need.
For king and country.
I'm gonna play Garen. Like, if you want to attack with Anivia and try to damage my board, that's fine, but I'm gonna work for Garen's level up. Yep. Best counter. Don't have to worry about Ruination or anything like that. That's just fantastic, man. We have the Grand Plaza too, which I like a lot.
There's nothing a good giggle can't fix.
He can technically vengeance me. Okay.
Skipping's faster.
Charge!
And beautify.
I will endure.
So he's got Howling Abyss.
Stay resolute.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good. You're covered. Let's soar.
Fear is the first of many foes.
I'll stop you.
He can't Harsh Winds. He can't, like, he can't do anything really. Like, he can't even, like, 5 mana spells. Like, it has to be a 4 mana spell or lower, and there's nothing that, I mean, it could be a Flash Freeze. He could have a Flash Freeze. Does he have a Flash Freeze? Okay, he does have that. Alright.
I'll be damned. A world in perfect stillness.
Nothing escapes my watch. Look out for Reavers.
I protect this place.
Lighten the signal fires. We must not relent.
Level up Garen, drop him down low. Still preserve 2 Stony Suppressors in there. as we use LULU to heal up one of the Stony Suppressors. And we can use Shadow Assassin. We can try to fish for a Relentless Pursuit.
Silent as death.
Oh, there is a Judgment. That's an expensive Judgment, though. That's a lot of resources our opponent is using here. No Ruination threat. We get the rally. They lose a Vengeance.
Looking for trouble. It found you.
Another one.
My shield is yours. Protect and strike.
Bring their ranks!
I will play my part. My kind of party.
Justice!
I'm gonna use the Judgment there just to clear that misfortune. I'm gonna play this because if he does have a Ruination, it's gonna cost him 11 mana, and then from that point onwards, I can beat him with the rest of my board. So he cannot Ruination here, or he can. Let me correct myself. He can Ruination. He can indeed Ruination.
My friend and I are soul collectors.
But it's gonna cost him his life. Got him, baby. There we go. There we go. Nice. All right, let's see how we fare. Let's see how we fare against one of the best decks in the meta. I want to do a full mulligan for Grand Plaza. It's just, even though we do have, yeah, like, this is actually a better hand than the other one, believe it or not. Just because we get Grand Plaza. It's very important for us to find Grand Plaza.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the roses.
You can easily challenge here.
Silent as death.
I'm gonna play the Shadow Assassin to be able to block this Zoe. If he wants to trade, that's perfectly okay. Next turn, I could. I don't want to develop ever like double Grand Plaza. I'm gonna. This works out.
Whoa, don't eat that.
My shield is yours.
We're going in for damage.
Protect and strike.
Star shaping. All right. We force him to do that, which leaves him very vulnerable here. And we do have Cythria.
Ask me about dragons. I just may have an answer.
That's fine.
Soldiers, to me! Steel is yours.
Wow. Living on the limit, huh? All right. If I had a Relentless Pursuit, I would just straight up win here. But we don't. So we gotta wait. We have a Shadow Assassin representing lethal. That's okay. I have to do anything.
Come so far. The order rewards its faith.
Stop eating or no more walkies! Wow, I made a familiar. Oh, whoa, behave! Who's a hungry little munchkin?
What if they have a judgment? If they have a judgment, we're in trouble.
The dark beckons.
So I'm gonna represent lethal with 2 Shadow Assassins. Because if he does have a judgment.
Spilled paint is just accidental art.
They cannot hide.
He could also have health gain though, that's the problem. Let's think about things here. If they do have a judgment, they can afford to do that.
Come wake 'em up.
Or do they have a star shaping though is the problem. There's a lot of things to take into account. If they have an Equinox, they have an Equinox.
Night falls.
I'm gonna attack with these 2. Hey! There we go! He had judgment. He had judgment. Woo!
Go around again.
Alright, that was a gamble. That was completely a gamble. That was 100% a gamble. Because they could have easily had another star shaping, right? But I had a feeling he had a judgment. And the problem is, if he went for Equinox, he still had enough mana to go for a judgment, right? If I had a Stony Suppressor, I could deny the judgment. That's why I really like Stony Suppressor in this deck, right? I mean, the deck is built around it, right? But it's so fun in those scenarios, right? Like, not having to play around certain cards and your opponent expecting that they'll be able to play them is it's just really neat. But maybe just because I'm an asshole. All right, let's go for another one. Easy Draven. Oh, nice. Karen I like as well. Bryce, I like this hand. We do wanna suppress.
Whoa, you gotta focus.
I'm gonna play the Flower Child. No thermogenic beam this time around, which is nice. They can still aftershock us though. Or the other thing. That's a bit strange. Definitely not gonna be blocking with the Stony Suppressor, even though I could get rid of this because I don't want to enable another Mystic Shot or a Ravenous Flock onto this. I want to make it as hard as possible to deal with that.
You're covered.
Might as well just use this here. Alright.
Oh, don't get too close.
We clear him a little bit there. And we just play on curve. Like, it's as simple as that. We hopefully he doesn't have any, like,
Mushroom. Have 3.
relevant answers as we play Garen. Garen discourages him from attacking because Garen level up is spooky. He keeps using these 3 mana Mystic Shots. These 3 mana Mystic Shots to knock out my 1-drops. Which is pretty funny because... Oof, we could play you. But LULU doesn't really... Well, yeah, LULU does a lot here. I like LULU because I can threaten my opponent with the Relentless Pursuit this turn.
There's nothing a good giggle can't fix.
And LULU has Challenger with Plaza. That's why I love LULU with Plaza. Like, LULU with Grand Plaza, the synergy doesn't like, it's not obvious at first, but the fact... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, well.
We do what is right.
Oh well. But LULU with Plaza is really neat because of that, because I can combine her with Alright, that must mean he has an answer for this. He doesn't target my Grand Plaza though. Well, we have another Garen, so that's fine. No sense in going for the Relentless Pursuit here. We were gonna wait for a proper build-up.
I thought you'd never ask.
And a long path to get you.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
I could have played Garen. Probably should have played Garen. But I also, like, this allows me to attack with LULU is a thing. Oh.
Firing. I'm so good, I surprised myself.
Right on! Let's use all the colors.
Honor guide me.
We get the hit off with this, and we still have Cythria. We get to knock out Ezreal. We lose LULU, but we get rid of his unit there, man. This deck is smashing though. Alright, we continue suppressing. That's a good draw. That is actually a good draw. We're gonna play the Fleet Feather Tracker. Ooh, shit. Okay.
I've come so far.
Alright. Well, I guess that means we have to do this. As much as I want to...
Slow down, will you?
That Tri-Beam and Probabulator really does set us back, though. We're running out of gas, unfortunately. We do have Garen in our hand, but...
No ways to find me mushrooms.
So we're gonna do it. I got the order wrong. It's Grand Plaza.
Once I stamp papers, now faces.
I'm gonna preserve these units so I can develop them with Grand Plaza. I do enable this to be removed now, but at this stage of the game, I don't think it's that impactful. That's great. And that's a total of 4, 9, 11. We have more than enough. Let's go with Young Witch.
We made it, Ram! I wanna go home!
And then we're going to develop the Garen.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
We're going to use this to pick off you. Let's hope he doesn't have another thermogenic beam. What's this? He's got a spell. His last card is a spell. I have quick attack on my Garen. I really value my Garen surviving here because that's basically what I need. Okay, there it is. He wants to get value off of this.
I've always been a fun guy.
Disengage. Can you improve perfection? Join me if you want to live.
Demacia!
This way! Go!
System upgrade.
I'm gonna do this again because I'm gonna get rid of the ballistic bob because it can give him cards to use with Rummage, for example, amongst other things. Will not falter. And it's a Young Witch and a big boy. A Young Witch and a big boy. Let's do this. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Got your back!
I should always prioritize. I mean, he had a thermogenic beam, would have gone for it immediately.
Are you always like this?
Beautiful. Oh, this Young Witch with Grand Plaza, baby.
Your arrogance will prove your downfall.
Man, are you always like this?
Come on, Ram! My steel is yours.
I'm a peddler, not a meddler.
Bam, bam. And before I draw 9 shrooms.
Stay resolute.
Come on, Garen. Take us to victory. Take us to victory, Garen! That's more like it. Oh, on a roll, man! On a fucking roll! Taking down all these meta decks. Oh, I love it, dude. I love it. God, today's video was fun. This deck is so basic, though. It's like the most basic bitch ever. And I do think Triple Flower Child does feel a little bit excessive sometimes. I mean, I have Young Witch. Maybe I should have 3 Young Witches, to be honest, over the Navari. Like, I like Navari Highwayman a lot, though. Especially when I run out of gas. But I think maybe I should prioritize Young Witch, because she was incredible. She was absolutely incredible that last game. But Stony Suppressor, MVP, easily. Took me long enough to play with this card. Leave a like for suppressing everybody. And yeah, hashtag suppression. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for, regular content. Let's go with that. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you around.